it's Shawnee. Welcome back. Guess what time it is? It's not that time of month. It's not that time of year. It is time for our weekly roundup where I go over all of the eyeshadow palettes over the past week and I rank them from least liked to most liked. Now, typically, I like most of the palettes. I will tell you when I don't like the look or that I don't like the palette. I let you know. This week has been a pretty good week. I think kind of probably though it has to do with some of the things I did this week, especially seeing one of my besties, which I will talk about in another video, hopefully. Okay, so this week we have 7 palettes, but we have 6 spots. Now the reason we have 6 spots is because that 7th palette is my Focus palette, which is a palette full of 12 singles from Sydney Grace, and it's just a lot of neutral colors, and I use it as a companion palette for the palettes I use throughout the weeks, and I'm going to be focusing on that palette for the year. So I'm not necessarily counting it into my rankings because I'm going to be using it all the time. And I will let you know when I used that Focus palette, when I use shades from it, and yeah, I'm just not going to count it as one of the palettes. Let me know if you think I should. Rude. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Now at number 6, we have the palette I used when I went into the office this week. I apologize for not doing my makeup at work video. I can't remember why I didn't do it, but I didn't. I'll do one this week though, okay? So it is actually a palette that I put together in this 4-pan magnetic palette. So this shade here is Pretties for Your Face Explosive. Then this one is also Pretties for Your Face, and it is a shade called Oberon. This one is Sydney Grace Rainforest, and this one is Sydney Grace Midnight, and this is actually from my Focus palette. Now, I did this look, and this shade is actually, I think, a flaky, but it worked a lot better than the flaky that I had, that one flaky that I had from Copacetic, just because it was easier to use, it was easier to pick up on my finger, also on my brush, easier to rub out, and I didn't get like fallout. And it didn't fall into my eyes like that one shade that I tossed did. So this is at number 6. I enjoyed the look. I was feeling like springy and stuff that day. So I really had a good time doing this look, and I really wanted to use my singles, especially because Tiramisu is always talking about the singles that she uses. So shout out to you, Tara. Okay, so that was number 6. Number 5 is the Mini Love palette from Natasha Denona. Now, I did a video comparing Natasha Denona Mini Love with the Midi Size Love palette from the same brand. So that is a video, it's maybe like 1 or 2 videos back, so feel free to check that out. But I put this at number 5. It was really hard to differentiate between the two in terms of which I liked more, but this look was okay. I liked it. That's because I like pinks and purples. I enjoyed this look, but you will see where the Midi Size Love comes up because I enjoyed that look just a teeny tiny bit better than this one. I did like it, and I will make sure to pop a picture up there and you can let me know what you think. Now, number 4, oh my god, surprise, it is the Natasha Denona Midi Size Love palette. So, I like this palette a lot, and I think the reason that it comes just a little bit higher than the Mini Love is that you get a lot more variety, of course, because it has like 3 times the number of shades, but you get a bit more variety in this one. I think you can go more pink, and I like the shimmers. I've hit pan on one of them. I'm close to pan on another. So this is actually a palette that I use quite a bit. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love the Love palette. Love the love. I crack myself up every time. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had fun making the look and comparing it to the Mini Love. I like both of the looks that I did, but there was a bit more like brightness to this one, and I really enjoyed that. So that is at number 4. Number 3 is like a favorite of mine, and it's been a favorite of mine for a long time. With saying that, I'm probably getting rid of it, decluttering it this year, because I've had it around for a long time. That is the Nabla Side by Side palette. Now, this is a palette that is basically a neutral party lover's dream. Lots of neutral colors. You can go lighter, you can go darker with some of these shades on the bottom. I really enjoy this shade here, Tempera, and you can see that I really also enjoy that shade there, Magic Moments. And then I also enjoyed this shade here, which is called Body and Soul. So I have managed to pan 3 shades here. Trying to see if I'm on the way to panning anymore. This one has a good dip in it, and so does this one. I guess this one too. So you can see I've gotten a lot of use out of this palette. It continues to remain a nice go-to for like a simple look, and what I like to say, work appropriate look. Did I wear this to work? Yes, I wore this to work, because I just wanted something simple and easy. I think I used like this shade that I always do in Tempera and just did something really simple. And I enjoyed it for a work look. It was just pretty and soft, and this continues to remain one of my favorite palettes. Let me know if you have this one. Now, number 2 is from Colored Raine, and it is their Rebellious Nudes palette. This is another like super neutral palette, but don't sleep on Colored Raine, okay? These shimmers are so pretty. Like, I remember when I swatched the palette for the first time, I was like, whoa, these shimmers are like shimming more than I thought they would. Like, look at that, come on. So I feel like they look like super unassuming in the palette, and then you swatch them and you're like, okay, Color Raine. So I really like this palette. I think once I declutter this one, maybe this will kind of take its place, except there are only 3 shimmers in here. So if you're not a shimmer heavy person, then that probably will work for you. And then what is it? The other 9 shades are mattes, of course, but I really like it. I like how easy it is to use, and I wore it on a date. I know, Tanya, I know, but this was a good one. This was like the best first date I have ever had, and those of you that I've told the story, I think you agree. Like, even if it don't work, that was the best first date ever. Maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I won't, because I actually don't want to jinx this one. And I did ask all of the, you know, important questions, like, do you have a secret wife? Are you an addict? Are you a spy? You know, all the important ones. And so far, I like the answers. Okay, so number 1. This one is special to me because it was a gift. I guess it is a gift. Is from my friend Jessa. Jessa Jaguar. She is in town, y'all, for the International Pole Dancing Convention. And I went to her showcase day before yesterday, and then we had dinner the day before that. The funny thing is, we connected over makeup like, girl, what is it, like 3 years ago? Maybe 4? It's been a while. And we had dinner, and neither one of us had a stitch of makeup on. So it was kind of funny that we connected over makeup, and we're like, we're not wearing makeup tonight, right? We were both in our like leggings and t-shirts, and we're like, hey girl, hey. So we had a good time, and she gave me my birthday present super early. I'm just letting you know that my birthday is July 29th, and I accept presents all year round. just in case you were wondering. And she gave me the CXC Labs Nova Chrome palette. So this is just a palette of multi-chromes, and they are so pretty. Which one did I use? I think, I can't even remember, but let me swatch a couple of them for you. Ooh, look at that. You can kind of see the multi-chrome shift. So it is a palette of all multi-chromes, and I did pair it with my Focus palette with one of the shades from there just to give me a little bit of depth and to kind of change it up a bit. And I really loved the look that I came up with this palette. I mean, mainly it is in the top because it is a gift from Jessa, and I got to wear it when I was with her, and it just is special to me. So that is at number 1. So I often like to shout out a non-makeup thing, some kind of product, and this week is a little different. What I want to shout out is friendship. I think friendship is so important. I think if you have good friends, they are around when you really, really need people. I've made a lot of good friends in the past couple of years through the makeup YouTubes, as Jan would say. And I actually have a lot of friends that I've been friends with since like kindergarten. So that's like, what, 4 or 5 years old. So I'm really appreciative of my friends. They know my life. They know all the craziness, all the shenanigans. Jessica got to see in real time how often I get lost. But I just really want to say that I appreciate all of you that have been my friends on YouTube and the ones that we have kind of continued that friendship off of YouTube. Don't know what I would do without you. So I am shouting out the love of friends. Rose. She always doing something. All right, y'all. I think that's it. So let me know in those comments what you used over the past week. Don't let me down, Dawn. Let me know if you use Huda Beauty. Tara, let me know if you used your singles. Everybody, let me know what you used. And yeah, I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also leave me a comment because I just really love talking to y'all in the comments, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.